Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, I'm a few minutes early. Let's see. I didn't put a preview up, so we are going to do. I know they're having a streamathon today, so I wanted to show today how how to do all these I cut up. How to do, let me see if I can find them. What did I do with them? Oh, please. What's that? Oh. How to do these. Let's show everybody how the tutorial on how to do this. On this, these are ones I've done. I think this was my very first one. It's kind of iffy. It's kind of loose. But this one is much better. So we'll do it, this one. I don't know how many pages I got in here. How many folios. Or maybe this is Patty's. This has got three pieces in a. This is Patty's. The one I did is, this is it. This is the one I did. And then I did another one and made a book. So I only did one. Yeah. I only did one. I don't remember. I did a couple books over there, or in my closet. Let me go get one and I'll show it to you. I think they're in my closet, or did I sell them? They might be in my closet. Well, I might have sold them already. I sold them already. Anyway. Yeah, I think I did two like that, and I sold them already. Hi, Chew. Is that what you want me to call you? So, how many pages did I want? Let's just, these measure. These are just leftover. These are just cut up pages that I did with stencils and paper towels. That were used in my spray box. That's what these are. They're cut up pages from that. So, and I cut them to, let's see, they are 8.5 by 4. And then I have these, which are skinnier. They're still 8.5, but they're only 3 5/8, I think. So I can make a skinnier one. Yeah, 3 7/8. What is it? 2 7/8. 2 7/8. Geez, Lisa. Okay, so I'm going to get some out here that I want to use. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, these are made from paper towels, and let me show you my spray box. Stencils, and because I use all these. This is my spray box that I use. And I lay paper towels in the bottom so they get all kinds of color on them. And I use them through stencils and make designs. All these need more spray on them. But once they get full of color, if it's water-based, it'll work. I don't know if anybody's seen me do that yet or not, but that's what I use. And I do it through a stencil and spray them. And that's, you get these patterns, you get your stencil patterns like this. See, I got flowers. There's part of a stencil. Roses. Yeah, and I just cut them up. So, yeah, this is always fun to do. Yeah, I said I should be able to do something with my paper towels that I load up, that I use in my spray box. Yeah, look at this one. So cool. I thought we would do some of these are awesome. Just depends on your stencil. You get numbers and what's on your. I have to show you sometime. I think everybody knows how to do it now. There's a dragonfly. Bricks. It's one of those newspaper ones. Flowers. Yeah, so I'm just going to pick out some that I want to use, like 10 or 15 of them. So 1, 2, I want them all basically the same colors, like the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stencil. 11. 12. I don't know. I think I want to do. Okay, you need. I forget if you need an even amount of papers. I know you need an even amount of holes. Not sure. I'm going to use 1, 2. Let's just do 10 because I'm just going to show you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just want to get basically the same color palette. That's the same as that one. And by the way, Happy New Year's Eve. You guys all gonna stay safe tonight? I'm staying home, staying safe. I will just use these. 1, 2, 3. I'll use that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are thinner. 8. Already got one. 8. 9. Let's use a gear. 10. Okay, we're just going to use 10. So then we're going to take those 10. I'm going to set these off to the side. We are going to get our thing here out. We're going to fold each one of them in the center. So they're 4 inches wide, so we just want to do 2 inches. Just score them in the center. One's a little, no, that's not longer. And then you just want to fold each one in the center. Make sure they're nice and flat. Let's just do one at a time. Yeah, I thought I'd show you something different. You can make these as, like, I could do a 6 inch instead of 8. This is 8 inches, 8.5 inches tall. But you could do any size you want. If you have book covers that are 6 inches, you could do 6 inches. Thank you. We're all going to have a great 2026. It's going to be a wonderful 2026. just know it is. Okay, so we scored them all. And now we'll make sure we get them all folded. I break my glass mat. And make sure you get them folded nicely. Burnish them down. It doesn't matter which way you fold them unless you're particular. This is doing it from scratch. So, and this is the kind of journal where you add in your papers. So we're just going to fold them all. They don't have to be perfect. Just you're just going to add these papers to these. Okay, and then you have stacked them all up together with the folds all going the same way. If you have a bunch of them that have a right, up and a down, then you want to make sure they're up and down or in the right direction, I don't think there is an up and down to that one. This has numbers, yeah, that's right. Okay, so they're all facing the right way, I think. Yes. Okay, so then you're going to take these 10. I'm just going to do singles for the first time. You're just going to do singles. So we got 10 of them. So we need to make a, like one of these that we did for our book yesterday. And we need to make this even amount of holes. So we need a piece of this. This one. If you don't have a jig, this is how you're going to do it. And you're going to just cut a piece off. I just do 2 inches. And then you're just going to score it at 1 inch. Just do it with this. Fold it in half like you did. This is what you're going to, come on you crazy thing, use as your guide. And you're going to just cut it to the length of these. Which is 8.5, but I'm not going to get my big thing out to cut it. Just going to do it with this one. Okay, so there's that. Now we need to figure out how many holes. We need an even amount of holes. Okay, so you can't have an odd amount. So let's do this. If we do the center, I forget how far apart you want them. An inch? Is it an inch? No, not quite. You just want to make sure you have an even amount of holes. So if we do the center, 4, that's 4. 4 1/4. So we would do 8 1/2 divided by, let's see, I forget. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Irma. It's Irma, right, Wilhelmina? 2. What are we? Hello, Lisa. Hello, 2. I think I'm going to go in, do the center, mark the center, and just go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now let's see if it works out to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. An even amount. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it doesn't equal. We have to have an even amount. So we're going to mark them off. This is the center. Have to have an even amount of holes. Here's the center. I need to get one of those things that Patty has. I learned this from Patty Lang. 1, 2. Two and a half. See if this is going to work out. No, it's too far. What? Okay, I'm confusing myself. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not right. Okay, what is this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's still 13. how we gotta do this. We're just gonna have to go off center. Here's how we're doing it. Okay, we're just going to go from 1. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Confusing myself, you guys. 12. We need to add one more in there, so we're going to go like this. Oh, Sandy. Sandy. Why am I thinking Irma? Sorry, Wilhelmina. Sandy. I'll just call you Wally. I love that name. Wilhelmina. That's a cool name. Sorry, Wilhelmina. Sorry, Sandy. Okay, we're going to go, we have to have an even number. So I did 1, 2, 3. 2.5. No. Okay, I gotta check something out. She went 3/4, and then she went 3/4. She did 3/4 from the top instead of a half. So let's try it. That's Patty's one she did. Yeah. Do we want to go 3/4 from the top? That's an awful long ways. Oh, here's her top. See how she went? She did. There's the top. This is the bottom. So if we go 1, here's the top. And if we go from there down to here, we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go down 3/4. Now I'm going to go down there. Because 8.5 is weird. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I still get 11. So we're going doing this. We're going to do 10. We need an even number. So we're doing this. An even number of holes. You need just, I am not a mathematician. I hated math in high school or in school, period. Math was awful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I give up. We get 11 there. We do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I give up. Okay, so let's do this again. We'll figure it out. And then I'm never getting rid of this whole thing here. Keeping it. Okay, if we do that, and then we do, let's just do that. Here's what we're going to do. Gonna make a mark in the center. And we're gonna fold in here. Make a mark there. And we're gonna fold in here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Line these two up. Five, 6 to be 6, and then 7, 8. Aha, see? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how much distance is between here and here? Should be an inch. So we want this there. And we want an inch there. One, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's our top. This is where we're doing it, folks. Okay. Six, 7, 8. So what we're going to do, sorry, I gotta get the ick out of my eyes. This is where our holes are going to be. Here we have 8 holes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be the top. So then we're going to take all these and lay them inside of each other. Inside like this. Because we want them all to have the same holes in the exact same place. So, or we could do just 5 and 5. Let's just do 5 and 5. 2, because these are thick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we're going to lay this in the center. Like this. Geez, it took long enough to figure it out. And then we're just going to clip it. Clip it so it doesn't move while you're poking your holes. That's all you need to do. So then, if you have a book, use a book. You can lay it down in the center of the book. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to poke my holes all the way through. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I got my holes in all of those. So lay them over there. Take the next 5. Lay that at the top. Flip it so it doesn't move. And you're going to do that again. 1, 2. Poke your holes. So now you should have 10 with the same holes. So you're going to take them all apart. Lay them like this. Okay, so there you go. Get in there. All your holes you can get them straight, should line up. Didn't see how they line up. Hold it still, Lisa. Okay, you can see it. Okay, so then you're going to just take some thread, whichever color thread you want to use. I'm going to use this orange so you can see what I'm doing, because I have a lot of it and I don't hardly ever use it. So you're just going to get you a bunch of thread. I can't remember how much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do 10. 10 as long as 10 times the length with a little extra. So then you're going to take your needle. Oops, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. This is waxed linen thread. And you're going to thread your needle and you're going to leave just, some extra. Because you're going to use, you have to pull all this thread. Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. Don't get rid of that. Okay, you're going to take your first one. And I am so left-handed. So this is going to be my top up here. I'm going to go in. Could add another hole in between them, but I'm not going to. This is just for show. Anyway, so you're going to go in, you're going to pull your thread through some of the way, and then you're going to go out. This is just your first piece. Okay? Stay up there. You're just going to do in and out all the way down. Come on. And then once you get about halfway down, you're going to pull your thread through. Just stop. Okay, we're going to clamp these together because they keep wanting to follow me. Okay. Go in, just in and out all the way down, because this is your first paper. Remember, your short end is your top. So then you're just going to pull the way you're sewing all the way through your threads and leave about 2 to 3 inches. Do whatever. Couple inches, so you tie it off when you get ready to. So then you're going to go out again, in again, don't get your thread all messed up, you guys, because you can get knots in it. I know it's a lot of thread, but and don't pull and make your holes any bigger than what you need to. I gotta find my needle. And then we're going to go out at the bottom. So this is the bottom. Pull it all the way through. Okay, so then you're going to take your next paper. And you're going to lay it on top of that one. Okay. So you're going to, you can do this laying down if you want. You can get a book or something and have it just lay there and off the edge, hold it like that. But you're going to take your needle. You're going to go through this hole in this next one, the bottom hole, and the next one. And you're going to come up. Oops. So that links those two together. And then you're going to come out the next hole. Okay. Pull that all the way through. Come on. Stop. Okay. And then you're going to take your needle like this. You got these two together. You're going to go underneath that first thread on, see how it is? You got these two. You're going to go under that thread of your first one. So, and then you're going to go in the next hole on the second one. Okay. Oops. Then you're going to do the same. You're going to go in the hole. Just go ahead and pull it first, because I am getting lost here. Hold on. So go ahead and pull it all the way through, because you're just going to get hung up on stuff if you don't. You always want to pull the same way you're sewing. Like I'm pulling up this way because I'm sewing this way. I'm getting a crimp in it. I got a knot or a crimp. Okay. So then, wherever your needle is, you're going to go back down. It's just time consuming, you guys, with all this thread. Then I'll show you how to tighten it up. And then you're going to go back again and go underneath your thread on the first one. Go underneath it, pull it through. And then go up through your hole in your next page, or your hole is in your next page. Okay, so that's what makes that crisscross pattern. You'll see, and that's what links them together. And we're going to go down again. It's just time consuming. But you could do whole sheets. You don't have to do these cut off sheets. You could do whole pages if you wanted to. But it looks really cool when it's all done. Come on, get on there. And then you're going to go through your next thread. And we'll tighten it up when we get to the top. And up through this hole. Okay. And then down through the top hole. So now you have two sheets that are stuck together, that are sewn together. See, it's kind of loose here in spots. We're going to pull. We got two sheets that are stuck, see? They're stuck together. They're not going nowhere. So what you want to do is lay them down like this and pull up on these two. Make sure it's tight. Just pull up on one, pull up on the other. Make sure they're tight, and then you're going to tie this off. You're going to tie it in a knot. So that is your first two sheets. So then what you do is you take the third one, lay it on top, and you do the exact same thing. As you go through the top. Of course, you guys will be right-handed. Most of you are. Okay, then you're going to go down through the second hole. Like I said, you can leave it lay down on something like this, on the edge of a book or something stacked up, and just hold that down. Like that, or you can do it, hold it in your hand. Okay, and then you're going to, when you get to your third one, you're going to come back and you're going to go under the second thread. Okay, see how it's crisscrossed? See how it's crisscrossed there? You're going to find the second one and go under it. Not the first one, the second one. Then you're going to go under it. Oops. And then back up the next hole. Just like you did on the others. On the come back up. Go through the second paper or the second notch, second thread. Go through that. Okay. Go through the next hole. Pull it through. Go down. Pick up your second thread on the second piece. Go underneath it. Go up on your third piece. I know it's simple. It's really simple. It's just time consuming. That's all. But you could sit and do this while you're watching TV if you wanted to. Then you're going to go down to the, go through the bottom one. And I forget how, I think we add another one here. Yeah, tighten it up. Make sure they're aligned. I can't remember how the end goes. Do we go through? Oh, yeah. What we do is we take our needle. I remember how to do it now. And we go through, see how you have the two papers at the beginning down there? You go underneath, in between the first two. You'll go in between the first two down here. Oops. And that ties that end together. See? Is that cool or not? It's so cool. So now you have three papers. 1, 2, 3. So we need to tighten this up before we go through that bottom one. Okay. So before you go through the bottom one, make sure you tighten up the third row. You know what I mean? Because it's a little loose. And make sure you tighten it up. And then pull it through. So now you got 3. You got 1, which is awfully loose up there. 2, 3. 3. Why is it so loose? Because my knot. I don't know why it's so loose. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's take my knot out real quick. We'll tighten it up and tie it on again. I'm going to just tighten it up here. I'm tying all of them. Huh. Still loose. Why is this so loose? Okay, hold on, you guys. I don't know why it's so loose. I don't get it. I think I just forgot to tighten this up. Okay, I'm gonna have to start over. Hold on. Let me see this. Here's my needle. I'm not gonna start over. I got 3 of them in there. I'm not starting over. Everything's fixable. Okay, we got our needle on there. So this is our first one. We want to go, no, this is our third one. Why is this? Okay, I'm going to have to start over. That's all there is to it because I can't figure it out. Just make sure you have your threads. See, this is what you don't want to do. Don't do what I do. Here. Okay, we'll just get to see it again. Right. Hi, Brenda. Jess. I said hi to Brenda. Don't do what I do, you guys. Don't mess it up. Like I did. Okay, so there's 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to start over. We're still going to have this as our first one. We're going to go in to the top. Here's the top. We're going in from the folded side. All right, just going to chain stitch right down the line here. Okay, and then you're just going to pull it. Get down, pull it till you get it. Leave about 2 inches, 3 inches, whatever. Enough to tie it off when you get to it. And it keeps bunching up. So you just want to leave enough to tie it off. And wherever your needle is, you're just going to chain stitch down the first one. Okay, and you're just going to pull it till you get all that excess up. Okay, so there's your first one. So you fold it back down, and you take your second one, you lay it on top, and then you go up through the bottom of this one. The second one. Ooh, my ears are ringing. Somebody's talking about me. My goodness. That's what the problem is when you get so much crap laying out on your table. What I say, you go through the bottom. Don't get your string. Okay, so you go up through the bottom, and you go down through this next one, wherever it may be. So you got two here now. Now pull it up, pull all the way through. All right. Now, these are, there we go. Those are tight now. Now you're going to take your needle and you're going to go, you're right here on your second hole in the second page. You're going to go under your first page where the thread is. Okay. And pull underneath that thread on the first page. And then you're going to go down the next hole on the second page. And it's going to come up here. You're going to pull it through. Now when we get to the top, then you're going to go down through the next hole. Grab your phone. Try not to grab your phone. You're going to go underneath that first page thread like that. You're going to go underneath it and then up through this hole. And then just pull them all through. And you're going to go down again through the second one. Go underneath that thread on the first one and through the next hole. Now, pull it all the way through. Down through the top one, the inside. Go through and make sure they're all even. See, it crisscrosses here. So then you're going to pull this one tight, this one tight, and then as you are and you're going to tie them off in a knot. I just don't want to go through the hole. So it should be pretty tight. So you should have 1 and 2. This is 1 and 2. There's 1 and 2. Okay. So then you're going to add the third one. And you're going to go through the top hole. Okay. Let's get this third one done. Come on. Okay, third one. Then I think we go through, is it like this? Oh, I made another hole. I don't want to go through that hole. Hold on, you guys. I gotta get this out of here. I went through the wrong hole. No, I didn't. I just made the hole bigger. That's all I did. Look, I made the hole too big when I was pulling it apart. So don't worry about it. Take your needle and go back. I can't remember if we do anything here or not. I know at the bottom we do. Do we go back through the first? No. Let's go through the next one. Go down through the next hole. Pull it all the way through. Lord. That's why I hate this long, creepy, crummy thread. Okay. So you're going to pull that through. And how do you get those to stay? I got to see something. I can't remember if I go through. I think I go through the top. Let me get a different third one because this one's, the holes are just way too big. So this is a piece of scrap. Let's just get this another one. Take this, thread your needle, take your third one. I know it's confusing to me too sometimes. Okay, I think see, there's the knot that ties those two together. We go up through the bottom, through those two threads. And then connect our third piece. I think that's how it goes. Hold on, let me tell you if I'm right or not. Stop it. Then we go down. Lord. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Because then you have these two connected up here. I don't know how that would work though. Huh. I don't think you go through there. Lord, I'm confused. I don't think you go through the top. Let me see what she does. I can't remember now. I just can't remember now. If this was the top, this is hers. I guess hers is kind of loosey-goosey. I don't think she goes through that on there, Lisa. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. I'll figure it out sooner or later. She doesn't go through there. She just does the... See, I had it going through the other section when I don't need it to. It needs to come out here. Come on. Lord. Don't get your thread in a knot like I just did. Okay, so we have our thread out here. We have our knot on our first one. We have our thread out here. Let's try this again. You guys, I'm confusing myself. Don't confuse yourself. Add your third one. It's been a while since I did this. It's been quite a while. 15 journals ago. Hold on, I need a drink. Okay, so you're at the end of your two. You tied it off. You have two pieces. Like that. Okay. You're going to stack your third one on top for the 10th time. You're just going to go through the top hole like this. Okay. Pull your thread through. Ta-da! Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to go down through our second hole, which is a great big giant one, which we're not going to use. We're going to have to cut some more papers because I need to get a different one. I just ripped that hole to pieces. So we'll have to get another one. So let's get this one. We'll figure it out. Try not to rip all your holes. So you stack your third one, you go through the top. Pull your thread in the same direction as you're stitching. So, geez. So you're not ripping your holes. Try not to get it bunched up like this wax thread wants to keep doing. Pull your thread through. You go down through your second hole, which is right there. So now you got 3 pieces here. Okay. Make sure there's no knot in it. Okay, then you're going to take your needle and go underneath your second. You're going to find your second thing here. Second folio thing here. And you're going to go underneath that thread. Underneath the second thread. Not the first, because you already did the first. You're just going to go underneath that. Then you're going to go up the next hole. Then you're going to go out the next hole. And just keep pulling your thread through. Make sure you don't have any knots in it. Then you're going to go underneath your second thread on your second folio, like this, underneath that thread. Make sure it's tight. And you're going to go up through the next hole. And down through the next hole. And pull them through. Then you're going to go get to your second folio again. Go through that thread, up underneath that thread. Sorry about the mess up earlier. Up through the next hole. And down through the next hole, which is the bottom. Pull them through. Make sure it's tightened. You have no kinks in it. That it's even. That it's tightened. And then you're going to take your needle. You're in the bottom of your third signature. Make sure they're even. Make sure that's tightened. And you're going to go in between the first two. You're going to go underneath the first two. the last down here. You're going to go in between the first two where that stitch is at the bottom. And then you're going to pull. So that pulls that third one tight there. So now you should have 3 total signatures. All I'm going to do is go through my thread and make sure it's not twisted. Lord. Now, you should have 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you're at the bottom. So then you're going to take your 4th one, add it on top. And you're going to go up through the bottom on this one. Excuse me, lay it down. Okay, so you're going to even them up. You're going to go down through the next hole. Make sure they're even. Make sure there's no thing. And then you're going to find the next two, or you're going to go underneath the previous thread on the previous signature. You're not going to go to the second or the first. Then you're going to go up through the next hole. And this is how it ties them all together. Down. Lord, stop. Stupid thread. Make sure there's no catches. And you're going to go underneath the previous thread. And up through the next hole. It gets easier once you do it several times. Make sure there's no kinks, no knots. Down through the next hole. Maybe you can get your needle to cooperate. Underneath your previous thread. Up through the hole. down through the top hole. And you're going to go under. You're going to make sure all this is secure. You're even. You're going to pull it tight. Make sure there's no knots or kinks in there. Pull it tight. Hold it there. You're going to go down underneath your previous 2 cord connected. Oh, geez, get out of there. So there you go on that. So now you should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still think I should have went through there. Oh well. Then you're going to take your next one. And you're just going to add it on top. And you're just going to do the same thing over and over. Go through the top. Line them up. Down through your second one. Grab the previous thread between the 2. Go under it. Pull it till it's through. Go up. Oops, see, I just ripped my hole. Go down. Don't pull back. Pull the way you're sewing. See how I just did that? Messed that up. So pay attention to what you're doing. Lisa J. And you're going to go under your previous thread, up, down, and you're going to pull it. Down under your previous. Up. Down. And then you're at the bottom again. So you're going to make sure they're even. You're going to pull it tight. Make sure there's no knots or anything on the inside. You're going to pull it tight. Hold it. And you're going to go through your previous 2 like you did before. up underneath. There we go. Up underneath your 2. I am no pro at this, so then you pull that tight, and then you should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you'll get better as you go. So then you take and you add your next one. It's number 6. Now look, see, it's getting that crisscross pattern. Go up through the bottom. Through the next one. Oops. Hold it on there. Pull your thread through. Make sure they line up. Go underneath your previous thread. Pull it through, go up, down, pull the way you're sewing. Go underneath your previous thread. Go up, down, make sure you got no knots in there. Go underneath your previous thread. This is just repeating. Up, oops, and down through your top one. Then you pull your threads through. Make sure everything's lined up now before you tighten everything up. So then you're going to make sure there's no knots on the inside. Line it up, pull it tight. I'm going to do it this way. Pull it tight. And then take your needle and go underneath your previous 2 up here. You're going to go underneath those where those 2 are joined. You're going to join those there. Now you should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why that's so gappy there. You'll get better at it as you go. I haven't done it in such a long time, so then you take your next one. Yeah, you'll get better as you go, as you practice it. Just get you some scraps and stack them up, you know. So then you get your next one and you line it up and you go through the top one. Down through the bottom one. You're always going to pull the thread the way you're sewing. You're going to grab your, line it up here. Grab your previous thread, underneath your previous thread, signature, pull it through, go up and down, hold it there, oops, pull that through, go up underneath your previous thread, go up and down, I need to pull this out a little. Go up underneath your previous thread. Go up and down. Now, you're down at the bottom again. Make sure you got no knots in here. Line them up. Pull tight. Hold on to it. Go up between the last two, the previous two threads. Oh, it's right here. These two. Go up there, underneath those. Pull it tight. There you have your last one you just did. I think we could be pulling tighter up here. I think we need to be pulling tighter up here because it's not. Okay, this is going to be our last one for today. Our last one, we're adding it on because it's almost, I'll show you. We're adding it on. We got this. We go up through the bottom, down through the next one. Come on. Even it out. Go up underneath, geez, our last thread, our last signature. Pull it through, up and down. Pull it through your underneath your last thread signature. So it crisscrosses up and down. Now, then you're going to do the next thread underneath. Up and down at the top. So then you're going to make sure it's all lined up here at the top. Okay, this is where you're going to end. You always want to end at the top. Want to make sure there's no knots in the middle. Make sure you're going to pull it tight. They're even. You're going to hold it. You're going to go through the last two pieces you had. I think she did it. Wait a minute. Did she do it where she knots it at? No, she knotted it at the top. So she just tuck it through there, and then she just goes back and goes through a couple more. I think she does it twice. Can't remember. So if you're ending it off, you're going to go back over here to your beginning. Just going to go under a few. And make sure it's on there. Okay, so then you're going to cut this off. And you got your previous piece there. You're just going to cut it off here. And then you're going to tie these together. And there you have it. You can cut them off shorter. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then if you wanted to, you could leave those showing, add a front where you glue this down to your front, and then you'd glue this down to your back, this one down to your back, front and back of a journal. And then you have a front and a back. You could leave the spine open, or you could do like Patty did. Let me show you hers. She did. If I can find it here. I encased mine. She just made a piece of paper, cardstock, heavy cardstock, and made a spine. Made a separate spine and glued it down because it's glued down up to here. And then she added her front covers. Okay, so you could do that. Me, I just went ahead and did the whole, covered up the whole thing because it was all white. But if you wanted that to show, you can leave that show. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And then once you get your journal made, see, you add your pages. Just add pages. You can make this, you could just add pages here and here and here, add glue there, and make this a pocket if you wanted to. You don't have to add the pages. You could take this piece here and fold over, you know, 2 pieces here and make it a pocket. You could do whatever you want. You can add envelopes in there. You can do, you know, see, there's the, where they separate. It's the center. Now you can do like she did here. You can take 3, which I'm going to try. She's got 3 signatures. She's got 1, 2, 3. In here. So she did 3, 3, 3. So this is pretty thick. So you could add all kinds of pages. I think it'd be cool just to have that showing. So I would think I would add more, do like she did and add thicker signatures. Add like 3. Yeah, it does look great showing. See, these are real close. These are just single signatures, so you really can't see them crisscross unless you get really close. But if you add thicker signatures where there's 3 in each thing, or even 2 in each signature, she's got 3 in each one of these. But just when you're making it, make sure you're adjusting, you're not pulling too hard on your holes. Make sure you're getting your, like this one I could have done better. See, like there, that's nice and even. This one is out of whack here. See, it should have been closer. Should have been closer. Just make sure that, see, that one's pretty tight. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Like every other one's loose. Something to do with the top. You know, just pay attention to what you're doing. But that's it. What else? You can use whole sheets. You don't have to use just separate. But the reason I like this is because you can add whatever you want to this. And you could add like envelopes or whatever you want to do. Hi, Kim. You know, whatever you want to do, you can add. I'm half asleep. Sorry. Yeah, see, I messed up on these. I'll show you my mess up. Especially this one. Look, and there I know there's a couple. See how I made the hole so big right here? I don't know if you can see it. I stretched the hole. So you want to use thicker paper. On this one, I even split it. If you can see that. It went from the hole and split it up there. But I could reuse these if I wanted. If I really wanted to. I could do like this. Ooh, that's an idea, Lisa. Let's see. Let's see something. I'm going to try something. I just want to try something. Is that the top? That's the top. I want to see. Since these are ruined, I'm not going to use them again. Look. Or you could, ooh, I have an idea. See, these are 2. I glued these 2 together. 1, 2, 3. But let's see here. Let's take a couple of these smaller ones. These are smaller, skinnier. What was I thinking? was thinking, watch. Hold on just a second. Just do here. And across the bottom. And line them up. Along the spine and the bottom. That's so cool. Gotta make sure they're glued. They're stuck. That is really cool. I like that too. Huh. I'm just wondering. Let's see what it does. We add how many? Let's see if we add a few to this and see what it does. We just add it to the tops, the spine, and the bottom. See how weird it gets. I mean, these are just papers. Huh. I'm wondering. I think it would get too fat in the front. You know what I mean? Here, and not enough here. You know what I mean? I think you could glue them together like that. But it would be super fat in the front. Because see how fat that is and see how skinny that is. Huh. But that's kind of an idea. I'm going to have to think about this. My mind's working now. Ooh. Wonder. Now I'm thinking about something else. See? Just got to quit doing stuff, Lisa. You just keep thinking of stuff. Okay, I got to think of something here. My mind's messed up here a little. Hold on. I do like I'm going to have to think of this on my own. I'll be downstairs tonight doing something or trying to go to sleep and I'll think of something. You watch. So that's that. But I will just go ahead and leave this as an example, even though it's a piece of crap. And that's an example. Hey, let's see. There's an example where we glued those two together. And then here's some skinny ones. I'm wondering. Then ooh, you could have ooh. I'm wondering. These two are glued together. These three are glued. 4, 3. If you glue that to that. I am going to have to play with this later. But my next one, I think, will be, I'll take some of these. I think I'm going to cut them down. I don't think I like them that long. I think if I was going to do a journal, what's the normal journal size? Kim, are you off the phone? It's almost 4. I might come back on later, do one of these that I want to use. What's a normal journal? Is it 6 inches tall? I think it is. It's not 8. These are 8.5. Huh. I think I would make more holes too. How many holes does she have? It's the same size. Why didn't I just use her pattern? Dummy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, why didn't I just use her pattern? Duh. I could have. Look, we could have. We'll make a new one for tonight. Tonight we'll do a new one. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And there, I found the frame I wanted to use on the purple one because it has these flowers. And I don't know what I'm going to put on the inside. Why is it so weird looking? That's so weird looking. I'd have to paint it and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Excuse me, I'm yawning. I might come back on later on. I don't know. It depends. If I start watching the streamathon, I know I'm going to see the New Year in tonight, but I don't know if I'll be on here. But I might come back on later. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really tired. Okay, you guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something today. We'll do another one. Maybe I'll do another one later. Yeah. I think maybe I'll do another one later. And do three of these in each signature, like she did here, so that way you can see the thing. Okay? Okay, I will talk to you later. Don't forget to thumbs up. I appreciate it. Probably see you later.